Now we start. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Padon is the everyone in this situation.
hmm
He is everyone, everywhere, everything in between, and in the scenes.
I am inevitable.
Yes. And how is no one today?
Is
Did you
Noah no
say
one?
did you say Noah or no one?
No one. I was hoping Noah
Oh,
would take on the no one if Padon was everyone, but I guess not.
I'm inevitable.
that's just well then I'm something of a scientist myself.
Oh, hi everybody. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd. We're very excited to be here today. Yeah, just flipping through some character cards right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all doing quite well. I'm happy and I'm wild, loose, and free. How's if you got to give yourself like an adjective, what would it be, guys?
It's too much pressure.
That's
No,
a very personal question. I don't know.
That is a very personal question.
I'm sorry, I did not. I'm sorry I freely expressed my openness about adjectives, and I I should have asked your guys' consent to share your adjectives, but I appreciate you letting me know that it was too personal of a question. So I'll move on. We're gonna get started going on here, guys. A couple of just quick announcements here. Wrapping up my Dungeon Master Summer Camp that's happening in Edmonton. Very excited about that. If you guys are curious to find out more about what this whole like summer camp thing is, or the just D&D stuff that I do, you can check out the business page that I have, Novice DMing on Facebook. That's Novice, spelled the way that you spell novice, Novice. I know how to spell that word. And also DMing, which is D
M.
M yeah
Got it.
I N and G, which is also a word I know how to spell with the help of everyone. So for this session, I believe David is going to be absent, and Kylah is going to be playing Wystera later on. However, Kylah is also going to be late due to just some outside world circumstances. So Kylah is going to be coming in late today, but we will we're going to have her here when she shows up, which is great. I don't think there's anything else I really need to talk about. I'm really excited and really happy to do this game today. So, I'm very curious to see what happens when we have the two barbarians in the group.
It's a high IQ right here.
I don't know how spells and spell slots work, so I will be asking for help.
No problem, man. I got you. Noah was not in on last session, so we'll give him a little bit more of a fill-in. I kind of gave him a little pre-run of some of the events. We'll give everybody a rundown here. Does anybody have any questions regarding character stuff right now? We can keep it open to keep it open. We can discuss anything right now.
Kyla told me that I'm now taking trophies from kills. Is that
If you
she
wanted
was
to.
like
that
well,
was
no, she was
so
like well, she was like, hey, one, she's like a couple things. She's like a few things, and she told me about the wolves that we fought and that we all almost died. But then she was also like, you had to take a trophy of some sort from the body of the vampire we killed. And then she said you can take something from the wolf too. So
yeah.
am I now just taking trophies from everything I kill? Like,
Well, this was something that I think that came out of just like I don't know. I forget what the circumstance was exactly,
So
but
then-
for some reason, we all kind of thought, does Slide take trophies now? Do we want Slide to take trophies?
Well, I asked her, I'm like, is this something that new character thing Liam brought up? What if like a rage thing or something like happened? And then she said, you ripped the guy in half with the assistance of Strahd. So that was the end of me asking questions. So
Yeah, I mean,
We-
if so,
the conversation had
circumstance-
moved on.
Yeah, there's no, there was no in-game thing for Sly to take trophies. I think we all
So-
just collectively were like, yeah, if Sly wants to take a trophy, he can do it.
Okay,
so
so
we kept the option open. If you want to, you can, and it's canon. And if you don't want to, we'll
a
ignore it
canon
because
event.
nobody did it.
it's a canon event. I'll still take the Fang. I think that's fucking dope if I just start taking vampire fangs.
Perfect. Yeah.
In
So
that
yeah,
quest.
if you want, yeah, you just like kind of like carve out with the like
No,
silver knife.
I'll add like tassels to my vest and
Yeah.
just have it like clinking like wind chimes.
Ooh, ooh, bone chimes, vest adornments. Yes.
So it's like
please.
when I walk it, that probably isn't smart because then when every time I step, it would go clickety clickety clack. So,
Clickety clickety clack. It's got disadvantage on all his stealth saves or stealth
but
rolls.
huge advantage on intimidation, I would say.
Yeah, just
Because
like
of the clickety
vampires
clack.
are like- oh, that's the
The
that's
clickety
the
clack. Once they know what the clickety clack is,
They don't even have to know. The clickety clack is
just
intimidating enough.
clickety clack. Yeah.
clickety plack. It's time to
That
step
guy
back.
makes a lot
See-
of noise. That's
see-
scary.
See if in like Civil War era, instead of a drummer, they just had people playing castanets.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot. Exactly. I think that's a lot more intimidating than a drummer boy.
I mean,
Or like a
say
flute.
that.
Yeah,
Ew,
a
You have
yo,
flute.
guys with flutes.
big way! Watch out for the drummer
Flute.
boy. Watch out.
Imagine just doing that, but it's just clickety clacking of castanets instead of a fiddle or a flute.
Yeah. Just like imagine that coming up behind you in a warfare, like a war zone, like guerrilla tactics. Like they flanked us. How do you know? It's the clickety clack.
Now it sounds like the Warriors, if you've ever seen that movie with the fucking
Yeah.
bottles.
Exactly. That I would love to be canon. Is like Sly's just walking around with vampire fangs, just like warriors. Like,
Come on and play.
oh man. So yeah, you can have fangs if you would like. So if yeah, vampire fangs is canon. Anything else? Not right now. Wonderful. Any other questions?
I think I'm good with Eren. I just hit things. That's
Great.
my
So
Yeah.
the vampire guy just got ripped in half by Strahd Knight. That's how it got killed.
Yeah, he basically held it down. He was trying to pull it away from you, but in his attempt to pull it off of Eren and yourself, like the momentum and drive was essentially he like was giving you something like as a fulcrum point to have it, and like it was like moving. Like Eren had the person solidly down, so Strahd was just putting tension on the upper torso, and you ripped them from the waist down.
ripped up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you just like had your little claws
Yeah,
in his little legs.
yeah. You started shredding his legs.
Okay, and the claws
Yeah,
were
he
like
got
actually
fucked
shredding
up.
him.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't healing that. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, no. I mean, he was like healing stuff, but like it was like your claws were actually shredded. So
Okay, it wasn't like with my knife or my sword where it would just not affect him. Sweet.
oh, the knife and the sword still affected.
They were because other times we fought vampires and like I'll impale
Oh,
them
sorry,
with
your
my
knife
sword.
wasn't. Your sword was. The knife wasn't. Like they can still heal from the sword. Like but it penetrates their resistances.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you know the difference in like resistance damage, right? Like resistance to damage.
I'm having internet issues.
So okay, so I'll tell you. Resistance to damage. When a creature has resistance to it, they take half damage. So it's kind of like if a creature has resistance or like even immunities, if it's immunities, they don't take any. But if it's resistance, they take half damage. So any creature that is dealt damage from a non-magical weapon that has a resistance to that, as the vampire spawn have, and you guys have seen that, they reduce the damage by half. It's equivalent of like a natural barbarian rage kind of thing, except yeah, their whole thing is like it's not, you know, affected by its own, you know, they have that for non-magical attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
does my sword doesn't count as a magical attack, does it?
Yeah, it does. It's counted like that since ever.
It has? I don't have that written down.
That was what the +1 extra bonus I told you was about. It was like, yeah, it's a magical weapon with an inherent.
I was gonna say,
+1
if it's just like a
damage,
+1,
attack.
that's magical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot to mark that because I just have it's
Yeah,
1d10
I mean, sometimes
plus strength +1.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes
So that
you
+1
can
is
have
magic.
yeah, sometimes you can have a bonus. What's the word? Sometimes you can have like a reinforcement bonus for like a non-magical weapon that can do damage, but yours is inherently magical, and it's been that like that since ever. Like the biggest thing for you guys when you were fighting the vampires the first time was that you used your sword against them, and everyone else was like, "We're using regular ass weapons." Like you were the thing that was actually doing damage to those vampires.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will make a note of that now.
Magic sword. Good note to make. Okay, yeah, so if that's all the questions we have then, unless there's anything else, then we can begin here in a moment. Wow. So, let us begin this session. A Curse of Strahd.
Dun, 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 dun,
Do,
dun,
do, do,
dun.
do, 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 do. Very good, very good, very good. When last we left off in the lands of Barovia, we were with our party of adventurers when they were traveling to Castle Ravenloft for the second time after leaving the castle, failing to complete their objective to kill Elvir, or to lay Elvir to rest, the son of Davian Mardico from the Wizard of Wines. You guys had left the castle for different circumstances, and then, or through different means, and then you had all gone through. Sorry, got the text from the mom, and the mom made me send me a lot of emojis that I'm trying to translate. So you guys had all revisited back at Barovia, where you had met with Stanimir. Not trusting Stanimir fully, told him to get lost. Then you guys got back into the castle of Ravenloft through math and magic. And then you guys had fought on the parapets and the ramparts of the castle, a vampire spawn, and a suit of armor that was magically enchanted by Strahd. However, Squally had also called for Strahd, asking for Strahd's assistance, and Strahd had come right where you all had called him, and essentially he had shown up, helped you kind of kill the creature. It was like kind of like, yeah, I'll help you out. But then he had expressed that he needed you all to help commit a certain task. Strahd had shown you that he had been attacked from wherever it was that he came. And he asked for all of you to go and find this assassin and deal with her, like kill her, and then bring her, specifically bring an element that was unique to this person in particular that he noticed, which is her prosthetic leg. He requested that you bring that to him as evidence that you've killed her. Now, he then also escorted you out along with his what is it called? Animated shambling armor bits to leave the castle, speaking a word to drop the drawbridge that none of you could understand. You all left. and then began to go on your way, kind of planning out what you were going to do next. But you made your way to the beyond one of the gates that enters into the Valley of Barovia, heading towards Kresk and Valaki, where you were all attacked by 17 wolves, and you all were able to survive. One of the reasons for your survival was, aside from just like kicking butt, you guys also were assisted by Stanimir, who was off on a kind of like side path to the actual along the roadway. He then visited with all of you, asked if he could venture into the woods with all of you. He brought you to a campsite where there was a fire set. And as you approached, he threw some things onto the fire, turning the firelight green, and was going to begin to tell you all, give you all a message that he had received. And that is where we return. Now, Sly and Eren, both of you are very interesting in this particular encounter. Eren, you were the person who most was mistrustful of Stanimir when you had seen him back in Barovia. I want to just kind of know what is kind of going through your mind on Stanimir, given the current circumstances that you've had, and also coming off from the wildness that was the last encounter, that you would basically, coming out of your rage, you would have seen a pile of wolf bodies just like all around as you were exiting.
I guess, I mean, I can tell like he helped us and he's giving us something here, so I'm not like trusting of him, but I'm just in the situation. Like, I'm not stopping him from doing anything. I'm not questioning anything right now. But I don't fully trust anything that's going on either. Just kind of sitting there waiting.
Sly, as you begin to see Stanimir kind of like manipulating kind of the fire as it picks up, and he starts picking up the flames, beginning to create shapes, I want to ask, is there anything that's going through your mind right now regarding Stanimir?
mm, I would think just kind of like relief is. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Stanimir, like Sly knew Stanimir before everything, like before the group got together, right?
Yeah,
Like
so
when we first met him as a group, there was like a familiarity with him and Sly, wasn't there?
there
But I think
was
Sly's like,
because...
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can continue.
I was gonna say, so like Sly would be like kind of relieved and like trusting that this person that, so kind of like at ease, because I never rolled anything to get, like I was relieved the last time when we rolled like to see if we trusted him or not. Sly was like, oh yeah, this guy's good. So yeah, Sly doesn't have any quandaries about him. He's just chilling and kind of relieved to see his friend.
Okay, nice. Yeah, being the third time that you've seen Stanimir, really, the firelight like warming your fur at this moment, even amidst the cold wood, you feel it pick up. And as you look at the light, he begins to show you guys images coming through of kind of flat cards a little bit. They line up in a 3-point pattern, just a simple line. He expresses and explains the meaning behind the cards that he had received, not presenting all of their faces, but simply these like kind of blocks, and then individually begins to bring up silhouettes. I am sorry that I was not able to explain myself the first time. It is difficult for me to express. I needed the moment to interpret, but also to see if I could rely upon your services for this task. He picks up one card. The nature of my reading is simple. I am worried for my family's safety. I am worried because I know that they are deeply connected and embrace the boons that come with our family and our bloodline in this land. He shows a card. Just like a silhouetted image. It's kind of like in a frame. It's not well defined, but you can see that there is a hefty, large individual dictating to a smaller, lankier person. This card, a marker, was for my son, Ratka. He is a strong boy, a powerful leader. I was concerned for a moment because I believed that this card was dictating something that would happen to him within our own ranks. You can see in the markers. Go ahead and make a either an investigation or perception check.
It's for anyone.
Yeah, anyone can do
Or
it.
however,
Yeah.
I didn't
8.
get a chance to ask. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to ask like Kylah what Squally's thinking role playing wise. So
That's okay. You don't have to do any role play for Squally or Vystera if you're not
Okay.
comfortable. Mainly just using
I
their
just wanted-
stats. Noah is taking on Squally and Vystera for right now. Good job, bud.
cool.
Kari
you said
will give
in-
advantage to whoever wants it.
You said investigation or perception.
Yes.
Cool.
While you roll, you have to grab a piece of paper because I forgot Kari's sheets.
Okay. Do you want to take the advantage for one of the characters? or-
I just rolled a 19 for Squally for investigation or for perception, so I'm good with
Okay.
that. If you want to take it,
I'll just roll
and then-
again just to see if it's better. It actually
yeah,
was.
you go ahead.
Nice.
Sick.
Okay.
Sly will take
Right.
that advantage.
Well, a 19, you said?
19 perception for Squally, a 9 perception for Sly.
All right.
It would be a 21 perception for Eren.
Okay. You notice on the marker card, this is a very basic frame silhouette. It's not well defined. So you really have to focus on the images. You will be able to make out all the images for them. Eren, I'll give you the details. Sly, what you make out on a 9, you do make out that with the two individuals, the lanky person is seemingly holding something pointed in the back of their hand. They got something behind their back. What Squally notices, and what you do notice as well, Eren, you notice one element in particular that's very different here.
Actually, shit. -3, so it's 18.
Okay, so then you and Squally would be equal. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you notice that the card itself has a kind of soft silhouetted 9 and also has what appears to be the image of the glyph within it. The actual structure also, you notice the card is one image, and then you notice it when it flips and reverses. So Sly is not able to take that in, but you notice that when the card goes upright and then it reverses its actual standing. Stanimir expresses, I was wrong to believe that it was something towards our family from our own people. I remember this was tied in to my son. It was more directly towards him. And at first I had hope because I thought that he would stand against an individual. You see that the marker, the title of the card is The Traitor. Unfortunately, in its inverse, the card is a more darker sense. When the Taroka is reversed, the darker nature of the card comes to fruition. And it is not betrayal of one who would stand by their faith. It is one that they will bring in because they are too devout, and they will work insurgently to the service of those that they are aligned with. The traitor card goes away. Second card comes up. This was for my daughter, Demir. You can see a card that is familiar actually to all of you. This is the Seer. This card is one that was found in the center, which you had all solved, but it is reversed as well. Stanimir expresses, this card is concerning to me as well. My daughter is a seeker of knowledge. She is one who is vastly studied and has worked in with many fine communities to understand better who and what they are. But this came to me to understand she is deliberately misinterpreting. She's seeking false information, and she is using it to inform us of things to misguide our hands. It's troubling to say the least. My children are deeply important to me, and I must say that both of them, I've been able to take care of Demia. I have communicated with her briefly, and I have sent her, or have requested that she is able to visit some of our family outside of these lands. Hopefully wiser sages, ones that are able to guide her mind and focus her intentions. Radka, however, is firmly set in Barovia. He's staying, I know, in Valaki, where the gates have been opened. I've heard nothing but celebratory calls and cries and parades that I've not heard from that town in some time. But it concerns me. It concerns me because I know that he is not there simply to celebrate. He's thinking of things. What it is, I don't know, but I am concerned that it may in fact affect all of you. He shows a third card. The Seer had the crowns marked in it, indicating the master's set. And upon the final card, you see that it is upright. This third card represented myself, my task. On this card, you see that it is a card called the Merchant. A woman holds her hand outright, gesturing to her fingers with coins set inside of them. As they stand, they look as if they are counting up the cards themselves. Tapestries behind them. The card is marked with something I was going to check and didn't look at it. The card is marked with coins, and the coins have an indication of marker 4. This was the card that was given to myself, and I figured it was in direct relation to myself, saying something about me, but I then realized it is my responsibility. It's my task and my duty in order to save my family. The green firelight dies, going back to a orange light. Stanimir goes over to his little tent setup. He goes to a bag and he produces out of it a few items and he brings them over to you. There is a vial, seeming a glass vial in one hand, of a kind of a light radiating red nature. There is a sack, like a pretty hefty individual sack in his hands. There is also a decanter in another one. And finally, there is a rolled up piece of parchment. I realized I must take on the role of the merchant in order to ask of you all a very simple request, but one that is very important. I do not know what it is that you are doing in Barovia. I don't know if your steps towards trying to save our people from this curse, to save our leader from their curse, if they have been successful, but I ask you now for something much simpler. I ask you to take these as tokens of good faith. They were what I could scrounge from our caravans silently. I ask you to please make sure that my son survives, that he can live. He is a strong leader and he is a good man. He is simply scared like the rest of us. He is scared that he will lose the gifts that we have been given for our service, for our care and our respect. But our gifts do not stem from one man. They are something that are brought to us, to our people, for the goodness of our hearts, for the love that we have for this land, for people, for community, for tradition, for ways of thinking that no one else would consider. Please, I ask you to accept these gifts. And please make sure that my son can live.
I'll just grab the you said there's like a sack.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just like open it up and see what's in there?
Yeah. There's 10 copper pieces, 25 silver pieces, 40 gold pieces, and 5 platinum.
20 gold or 40 gold?
40.
And 5 platinum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's a healing potion, I'm assuming. I point at the vial with the red liquid.
Yes. This is a greater potion.
Okay.
This will give you 4d4 plus 4 hit points back, and you can consume it as a bonus action to get half that back. Like you can use half of the potion as a bonus action, basically.
Why do you feel that we can save your son?
I feel that from what I have heard and what I've seen, my son has taken a great interest in the achievements that you've made. And he told me that he was active in the freeing of Valaki, and I do not know how he was, but it seems that he is interested very much in what you are doing.
Isn't Valky what we all got kicked out of?
I did not know that.
I just look at everybody else. If he's with the leaders in Valky, they don't like us. They kicked us out of town and told us not to come back because we didn't like what they were doing. I should say more specifically, I didn't, and I made a rash decision, but they essentially said that all of the people of the town should rise up and murder everybody who used to run the town because they deserved it. And if he's wrapped up in that, I don't know.
Kari speaks up. I mean, as far as I could tell, he did try to help us to kill Isaac.
He did.
Yeah.
He helped, but I don't know. Maybe he's just sitting in silence and not saying anything because the sad part is they'd probably just kill him if he spoke up or exile him. Don't know which would be worse. He got exiled, he'd just be out on the road on his own. And I mean, you just saw how many wolves attacked us, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how exactly we would get to him if he's there.
Kari looks Stanimir and says, "You're not asking us to like save your son, like in terms of like pulling him out of whatever life he is in, right?" And Stanimir looks and says, "My expectation is not for you to have to pull my son out of any life, or to take him out of this village. That would be near impossible for all of you to do. I know my son will be able to leave whenever he chooses. It's simply that whatever he is caught up in, I don't know if he will be a threat in any way, and if he is, I just ask that you can meet him without
Mhm.
shows of violence that you had shown to the wolves on the road, or to anything else that you have met in your time here."
No, I don't. Unless something gives me a reason, I never want to hurt anything. I don't know about everybody else, but um I don't fully know. Well, I don't know if we could set up a meeting or something with him, but
Stanimir kind of comes closer to you at this moment, talks to you on the first subject you talked about, and said, "I need to be clear, even if there is a given reason where you meet him in any violent confrontation, I ask that you do not land any lethal strike upon my son. He is a reasonable man. I'm sure he would speak with you if you wish to, but I am sure that it would be difficult if you are not in the town, and so speaking with him might be something that you would have to do when he is out. I don't know. We have an encampment. I don't know if he visits it, but it's somewhere. It's not far from Valaki. It is deeper in the woods, but you could find it." Listen, please. And he hands the rest of the stuff to whoever wants to
yeah,
take it. He expresses,
I mean, I'll just grab it all, but we'll
you
sort it
see
out
the
after.
you see the like almost like beautiful ornate decanter that he gives you. Like it's like it seems like glassware, but inside you can see that there's like this fluid water inside of it. Like you can see through, and it's like got this kind of like nice brass like topper on it. And he says, or yeah, he says, this is a decanter of endless water. If you're in need of refreshment, it will be able to provide. It can aid you in other ways. If you are to say the word stream, it will produce a gallon of water for you. If you say the word fountain, it will be 5 gallons. And if you say geyser, it will be 60 gallons of water, and water will propel outwards.
Okay. And the last
Please.
thing is parchment, spell scroll.
He opens it up, and it is a cipher. I think that the people that can read it, I just need to see. I think Squally can. I just need to see if Wystera could, or Kari as well. Kari can, and Wystera can. All of them can read it. It is a spell scroll of remove curse. Anyone would be able to cast it, but Wystera and Squally would be able to cast it without any concern.
Okay.
Kari would have to roll. You all seem exhausted. I don't know if you have proper outside gear so you can properly sleep, but you are welcome to stay here with me. The woods can be quite dangerous, but our people have been naturally protected by many of the threats that have been here. So I will have to lay low in case. He pulls up a gray cloak. If something happens, though, I will come out and I will meet it head on to help protect all of you. Please set up. Stanimir goes inside of his tent. You are all left here.
Okay. Maybe we just get some sleep. Worry about everything else when we wake up.
Yeah. Sly nods. Sir. Sly just nods along.
Okay.
So, who's going to sleep first, and who's going to keep watch, if anybody?
Eren can keep watch for the first.
All right, Eren will be first. Who's going to be next?
Oh, Sly will go next.
Okay. Kari will go last. Who wants to go third? You guys get to decide Wystera or Squally. You guys get to choose.
I'm just looking.
Does either of them have like a thing where they don't need to sleep as much?
Nope.
Well, then
I'm
either
just looking
one
to
works.
see. I think is Vystera need more? Hmm,
And I will say this. Sly and Eren, you chose the first half of the watch. You guys are going to be watching during the daytime, in terms of like the dusk time that you kind of have in this weird place. The other two are going to be watching at the like night, like pitch black of night.
Well, I can't see in the dark, so probably what Eric does earlier.
who needs more rest between Vystera and Squally? And you said
Vystra's
Vystera's
got
at like
hit.
one health. Yeah, so I think we just let him crash the whole time.
Okay. So if that's the case, we'll have Squally be the third. Can Squally see in the dark?
Um, So I'm just trying to see the.
Just be senses. It would be dark vision.
The PDF she sent me is slightly
If she's a
different
Kenku,
layout.
she doesn't. If she's a Kenku, she
Then
does.
she would, yeah. Then he does, yeah. Yeah.
Well, if he's a Kenku, he doesn't.
You said if he's a Kenku, he does.
No, I said he does. I said he doesn't.
Oh,
Okay. Then he doesn't.
then he does not. So Sly could go later at night.
Okay. So, Squally, Eren, Sly, Kari.
Aaron will
Sure.
still go first.
All right. Oh, Eren will go first. Sounds good.
So
Yeah.
Aaron, Squally, Sly, Kari. Okay.
All right. Kari will also not be able to sleep, but Kari will also get light sources prepped for everyone when they wake up because you guys will need those. So, Eren, I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay. And also, once everybody goes to sleep, I'm gonna go like find a little corner by myself and
Mm-hmm.
try to reach out to this like voice that's been talking to me,
Mm-hmm.
if I can do that. But I want to make sure everybody's asleep first because I don't want anybody to hear this.
Yeah, absolutely. You can certainly do that, and no one will be able to hear. Go ahead and
I'll still roll the d20 if I need to. I don't know if I need
Yeah.
to do it with disadvantage or something because I'm
no, you just roll a d20.
just a straight roll.
Yep.
15.
Okay. You go off when everybody's asleep for a good hour, halfway through your watch, and you go off deeper into the woods just a little bit, just to talk to the voice in your head. What are you saying?
Just say hello. Is somebody's been talking to me.
Right, I have been.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait, first question. Do I have to talk out loud like this, or can I like talk in my head?
Well, whatever makes you feel like you're actually having a conversation might work.
Okay, well, I don't want anyone to hear this, so. And I'll just try to talk to him in my head, and I'll say, hello?
Why do you care so much what other people think of you?
Well, I just told them that, you know, I've told them some stuff that I thought would freak them out. I don't want another one being, oh, now there's a voice in my head that I don't know, which is why I'm here figuring out who you are and why you're here.
Well, if you remember correctly, I started talking to you around the time when I believe it was you died. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I died.
Yeah, and
I
I've been
just kind of
seeing.
look down at the scar on my chest when he says that.
Yeah, and you kind of see. I think it's kind of funny because I think in the moment when you look down in the chest, you kind of see a face like in the scar, like talking right to you, like in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
He say like right where the scar is. He's like, so I'm the one who's actually been with you, trying to stand up for yourself, because for some reason, when I'm looking through your mind and your mind's eye, I'm seeing reflections of people abandoning you and leaving you to die at the hands of a mighty tree.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say abandoning, but yeah, definitely felt like I was fighting that tree alone for quite a while.
Right.
But they didn't leave me. They helped me. brought me back.
For what reason? So they can boss you around, so you can, like, not have your voice be heard amongst them? So you can start doing whatever it is they're doing on their full-brained errands?
I don't know, but whatever the case, I don't think, I don't know. I'm supposed to, or I thought I was supposed to lead my people. Now that the spirits are gone, I don't know if that's still why I'm here. I don't know. I'm just confused right now. There's a lot going on. I died, and the one thing that brought me here is gone from me now, and you're here talking to me, and I just don't know why why I still feel the need to help everybody. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't know. Just don't know why. I don't know if I should just try to get out of here and get back to my people, or if I'm here because I'm supposed to help these people in this place, but now it feels like we're working for Strahd. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know who you are really or why we're doing this, but I don't know. It seems like you had some part probably in the reason that I'm back here, but I guess I have a lot of confusion in my life right now, and knowing who you are and maybe what you want would make it a little easier.
All right, well, let me give you some clarity here, all right? Because I think you need it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not lying to you at all. And sending you things in your dreams as well, and that all was the truth too. I'm trying to help you understand me? Because I know what's best for you. I know what you're capable of. I've seen the madness inside of you, boy. I've seen it. And I've kept it from you. I'm keeping it in check, giving it something to do, and making sure you don't go too off the handle. If I wasn't here with you right now, I can tell you you'd be a lot worse off, and so would these people you care about so much, who don't seem to really give a river's fart what you go through.
So you're the reason now that I haven't hurt them when I go to that other place or whatever. I don't know.
No, that's not what I said. I just said I've made it keep in check a little bit more. I'm making sure that you have a little bit more control of it. Because I can see you do want to hurt some people, don't you?
I don't
I'm being
know.
honest with you here. You can be honest with me too.
I don't think I really want to hurt anybody. I don't know. Lately, it feels like the only way to help certain people is to hurt other people. And I don't know. This is all just so different from my little village where I came from, and looking for any kind of guidance I can get.
Can I tell you something here, boy? you're no different from the rest of us. Heck, death comes to meet us all at one point, found me. Got me in a really simple situation. I was trying to be more than I ever could be. And I was hailed for it by some people. Respectable. I even got me a special place later on. It was nice. But I found that I was trapped here with a lot of other people. Screaming and wailing. But I found that my spirit wasn't anything of consequence. All that was with me was this feeling that I could have done more with myself. And now I am. So I feel like I'm achieving quite a bit. I don't know about these spirits you had before, but you got one with you, and one who's really grateful, but who sees a lot of untapped potential in you. And I feel as if you are simply allowing your friends to do things because, well, you don't trust yourself enough. And you need to trust your instincts more. You need to trust that you know who the good ones are and the bad ones are. Because to be completely honest, you're not dealing with a lot of good ones here. There's a few. I can see them. And I don't want you to hurt those ones. But there's a couple of them there that need a good correcting every once in a while. And I still think you made the wrong choice in that dungeon there. Deep in that castle. Deep in that place when you didn't take the hammer. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you take it away from him?
Well, Squally had it. I don't know if there was a reason for me to just take it from him.
You think a good
Do I
leader...
think that I could have put it to use in some capacity? Sure, but I think Squally can too. I don't know.
You know, talking a lot about leading your people. Would a leader let some child walk around with some toy that they're like, yeah, you could put that to use. You could figure out something to do with it. And then if that kid got someone hurt or didn't use it when it was necessary, do you think that child would still get to use that their toy? Or should you give it to someone who knows how to use it and can take care of it?
I guess probably that one. That's also the whole reason I'm here is I don't know what it means to be a leader. I never thought I was going to be thrust into any sort of leadership. I don't know what it takes, and now I'm here, and clearly I don't know what it takes. I ended up dead, and now I'm back.
You know something
know
here, kid?
It just felt like I was on the right track, and now it feels like I'm farther off than I've ever been.
Kid, look. You know, I think there's one person who disagree with you in the idea of not being a good leader after dying. Who's the one person that you looked at just there in that castle who told you to do something, put the fear of heavenly gods and goddesses in you? Person who seems to be running this entire valley. They don't seem to be perfectly living to me. And yet it seems like they're doing pretty well.
Are you talking about that Strahd guy?
I'm not saying I like the boy. I don't like him. But somehow, I think you can learn a thing or two from that.
Well, I guess as long as I know you're not here to hurt me or to hurt others, and you want to try to help me, then that's one less thing that I have to worry about. Very much trying to steer the subject away from Strahd.
Listen to me, boy. Growlmore Nimbleknobs is here to help.
Sorry, what was the name? Sorry,
Growlmore Nimbleknobs.
Growlmore?
And
Nimble Knobs?
Nimbleknobs.
What a fucking name.
And you might remember that was the name that was spelled out in your spirit board reading.
Okay.
Believe that was one of them, Nimbleknobs or Ordinaire.
Okay.
As he gives himself a nod and says, Growlmore Nimbleknobs, Wizard Ordinaire, here to serve you. The head disappears.
So I just kind of look back at the group and just stroll back over, quietly contemplating and finish my watch.
All right. When you near the end, you see Squally wake up, hammer and toe on the side. Hello. Hi. Well, okay. I'll take it over from here. Squally.
I kind of like, I noticed the hammer for sure. And then I just say, yeah, nothing really happened. So I'll just, yeah, get some rest
Hey.
then.
Okay. Slides, you wake up at a certain point, Squally's watch comes to an end. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
That's a 12.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that you do on your watch?
No, I don't think so. I think Sly just kind of just kind of like inspects the vampire fangs he got.
Okay. In the pitch black of night,
Just like play with little fangs.
looking at you sit, and you are in complete pitch blackness now.
Yeah.
You hear wings flutter by, but nothing stirs out of the unordinary. You can see that fog kind of like rises up a little bit, but nothing really draws your attention. Kari wakes up. Kari stumbles in the dark. She's out of her armor right now, but begins to get it all set. She's like, Sly, can you give me a hand with this?
So he nods, but then realizes like I don't know where that she can't see really. So he just walks over and starts helping her. But yeah.
It's that, and then she starts setting up a fire. It's for her to be able to sit by. Okay. Kari's watch goes on. Nothing happens there. All of you come to in the pitch black of night. All of you are well rested, back to full hit points, full hit dice, everything's back for you all. But you are now pitch darkness. Stanimir looks to you all and says, "It is a risk for me to wander with you all, but I'm willing to do so under a simple disguise to wherever it is you are trying to head. So where is it you are looking to go?"
It's a good fucking question. Where are we looking to go? Do we think we should maybe go to this Vistani camp that he's talking about? Or should we go where did Strahd want us to
Is
go?
it-
Did he want us to go back to the Abbey? No, he wanted us to find, oh my god, where did he say?
Yeah, I don't know where Strahd wanted us to go, but Stanimir wanted us to go find
Back towards
Radka.
Valaki. Yeah.
Yeah, which
Well, Stanimir said that he just wants you to make sure that
he just wants to
Radkus-
make sure that Radka is okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with making sure he's okay. He
I'll just
wants
make sure that he's alive.
making sure that he survives if you guys are ever encounter him in a like capacity where a fight might break out.
Oh, so we don't have to like check in on him. He just wants us to
Okay.
assure that we
yeah,
won't.
he just
hurt
wants
him.
you to stay to make sure that if you guys fight,
Don't kill him.
Don't kill him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where did Strahd say he wanted us to go? Did I write it down? Fuck. 3 campaigns of fucking notes in here. Shit. Do I need to roll on this? Where did he say he wanted us to go?
It's very great. It's always great when like the people who like have usually the most notes are also like not around, which is great.
I have notes, just they're a fucking mess.
The place that he said was like he was attacked when he went to go see the father of the bride, which was the abbot. Like that was the abbot.
the abbot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That was
Kari
my
had
thought, and then I
expressed-
went against that.
And Kari had expressed before that, you know, she wants to be looking for the points of the star reading that you guys had gotten.
Yeah. Should we stop by the abbot and then we can start looking for the star reading? I feel like we can stop by there and see what's what and then figure out the reading afterwards.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with that. Sly doesn't object to that. So
Okay, Stanimir, I think we're headed to. It's Kresk, right? Kresk is the town where the Abbey is.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, "Okay, well, I will travel to you to Kresk, and make sure we stay low. We'll keep to the woods around Valaki, and then we'll make our way." All right. I need someone to roll a d20 for me. Just one for now.
just straight.
Just straight d20.
How many wolves will it be this time?
I rolled a 14.
Okay. First trek, going deep through dark wood. You make your way over heavy roots, creaking branches. You see and hear screams, wails, caws from birds around you. You make your way through. You make your way out through the wood without finding anything threatening. Now, I need you both to roll 1d20 each, and I'm going to roll one as well.
Natural 20.
Just a 12.
Okay. You make your way across going through the paths, going on the main road. You get to the first bridge to cross. Easy to go. You make your way down the winding path, making your way to the second bridge. At the second bridge, you see waiting for you 2 massive, hulking wolves. So it was 2 wolves at the end of the bridge.
Are these just regular wolves? They're not fucking...
Oh no, these are
Yeah.
3 times the size. Yeah. They stare at all
Big
of you
wolf.
here. Gonna roll quickly. Oh wow, that's actually quite good.
Okay.
So-
Seeing the 2 wolves,
Mhm.
can I look around to see if I see any like other wolves potentially just like hiding away?
Yeah.
Should say, if anybody has torches, you'll have to give some off. I think at least 3 of them. I don't think Kari has any. At least 3 torches for torchlight across this to get to where you're going to crest before they all burn out.
Okay.
I've got one I can give to Kari.
Okay.
I
And
don't
I'm
think I
out.
have.
And then now I'm out.
Just 1 torch.
That's all I have.
Okay. Just 1 single element of torchlight. So you guys would only see, like Sly, you would see the creatures there, but only some people would see them, on a short distance.
Does
So
Wystera have dark vision?
Yes, Vystera does.
So
But-
Wystera and I can see him.
Yeah, but Eren, Kari, and Squally can't. How
long is this bridge?
It's about 30 feet, which is what allows you to see them at the edge of the dim light.
Yeah.
Mostly that in the eyes.
Can Sly look around to see if there's any other wolves waiting?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ah, fuck, 3.
You can see. I gotta just do some quick math here. 26. What's 24? 5 by half. You see as these wolves are at the edge of the bridge, the growling is heard, and then all of a sudden you see a burst of green light go between them both. A massive fireball explodes right behind them as Stanimir has cast green fire to hit them. You guys can go ahead and roll initiative, like roll 1 check for the group, I'm gonna say.
Just go for the group?
Yeah.
What do we add to it then?
Whoever wants to be the group leader in this moment, whoever wants to lead this group.
Not me.
Oh, I have a minus. Oh.
I can make it Stanimir if you guys want me to roll for Stanimir.
What does Stanimir have? I can roll
Got a
Squally
+2.
and try that. Oh, Squally has the
+2.
same.
Okay, I'll roll for Stanimir.
Huh.
The Wolves beat them. Okay. The Wolves are going to make a target out of, you got 5 in your group. 6 will be Stanimir. 1, 2, Eren, Sly, Squally, Vystera, Kari. Stanimir and Eren. Okay. Eren does. Yeah.
Because they're only coming down this one little bridge. That's the only
Yeah, they're
path they have.
rushing down these hulking wolves are coming at the very end. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of bridge is it? Ah, no, never mind. We have to
It's a
go
stone
across
bridge.
that bridge.
Stone
it's a
bridge,
stone
yeah.
bridge? Oh, okay.
Does a
Okay.
20 hit you?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and make a strength save for me, please.
Strength save. Dirty 20.
Perfect. And you're at a -2 now.
Oh, right. So it's 21, actually.
Yeah, there you go. You take 10 points of piercing damage. And
Cool.
that's it. Stanimir also gets hit. He succeeds his strength save, surprisingly. But he takes 14 points of damage. Not good. Okay. That means it's all of your turns right now. Stanimir, with his turn, is simply going to he's going to just roll a disadvantage attack on. Oh no, he's going to take out a dagger and he's going to try to stab it. That's going to be a miss. Okay, Kari is going to then take her swords out. She gets 3 attacks. Natural 1, hit, and a hit. First strike, 9 points of damage. Second strike with a pummel in the back end. That is 2 points, or no, 4 points of damage. Okay, who's going next in you guys?
I would say as Eren gets kind of pummeled back by this wolf, essentially, kind of just instinctively goes into a rage in a bonus action.
Okay.
And we'll start by rolling this D8. Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you. Until your rage ends, the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies.
As you rage, Eren, you begin to see that the gnarled vines of the the moss that's kind of surrounded the actual side of the bridge begins to expand and connect with this. You see that as the roots of the trees in the surrounding area begin to come closer to you. It's like almost you're pulling it in your space. And right outside of the bridge, that whole area is difficult terrain. Go ahead and make some attacks if you'd like.
I attack the large wolf twice, recklessly.
Sounds good. The wolves like feel the splinters kind of like their feet get caught in the actual vines at this moment, like the actual roots.
Natural 20.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, I'm rolling like fucking mad. And the next one is a 25.
That hits as well.
So the first one is that's 18 points of damage for the critical.
Are you gonna hit the one that Kari hit, or are you gonna hit the one that has not been hit yet?
I probably just hit whichever one hit me.
Okay, that would be the one that Kari hit. So
okay.
you push the creature up on the strength save, and you as the vines like kind of tangle up, you have them kind of wrap around the creature's head to hold it in place, so you have a clear aim of it. You hit the underjaw, and the head of the wolf with the glowing blue eyes flies off into the darkness, soaring through the woods. You got another one if you want to hit it on that 25.
Yeah, if I got the other one, then I'll hit the other wolf with that other 25, and that's not as good. It's 10 damage on that one.
Okay, and this one you just full body shot in the arm. Right.
And
Sly, you
then
want to take a crack?
if I can,
Oh, yeah.
I use if I have like a little bit of movement or something just to pull my shield out.
Yeah, sure, you got it. That's not even
Sure,
movement.
my shield is out.
Perfect. You got it. All right.
Yeah, Sly's gonna draw his sword and his dagger. Which one's closest to him?
The one
Oh,
that's
wait.
currently got it doesn't have its head knocked off of its body.
So there's the one right
Wait,
next
what?
to me by Eren. That Eren got a hold of.
There's
The
only
one
one
that
left, right?
hold of in the thing is dead. Like its head
Oh,
flung.
Eren killed that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
there's another
golf
one
swung
that
its head off.
then there's the other one that's isn't it on Stanimir?
Yes. Yeah,
Is
to
that-
attack.
And I just did 10 damage to that one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna attack that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. First with my
Wow, this is
sword.
so much better than 17.
Okay, first attack with sword. I get 11. Second attack with
hit.
sword. 19.
That hits.
Dagger. 16.
Those both hit.
Did all three hit?
Nope, the first one did not.
First one didn't. Okay. First attack with the sword.
Technically, I should have rolled with advantage on those hits, so I'm just going to roll again. They would have just hit. No criticals.
Yeah.
Sword deals 7 damage.
Okay.
Dagger is doing just 1 damage.
Are you adding any bonuses at all? Like your
From-
strength bonus and any of that?
Do I add them? I added that for my bastard sword. My dagger, I don't have that written down.
Well, how
My
does
dagger.
dual work for you? Because
Dual wield works. No, so dual wield, I increase my armor class when I have 2 separate weapons in either hand.
Okay.
And I'm able to deal the extra damage. I classify all weapons pretty much like as light weapons. So that's why I'm able to dual wield with a bastard sword and a dagger.
Oh, but you
So
only get
there-
the one. You add the bonus to it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm able to do 2 attacks, and since I'm a barbarian, I get the extra attack level.
Right. No, I
So
knew
I'm able to
that.
do 3 attacks.
I wasn't. Yeah, I knew that. I just wasn't sure if you had to add anything. So it's just one extra damage. Okay. That
No, it
wolf
just
is
lets me do attacks, and my AC
Alright.
goes up when I have extra weapons.
that wolf is still up. Does
Yeah.
Squally or Vystera want to do anything?
I was trying to figure out Squally's spells and whatnot, but can Squally see where?
Oh yeah, there's a torch up. Yeah.
Okay, Squally's gonna swing with this hammer.
Okay.
Can you tell me what I need to roll with?
It's going to be a
Some-
D20 strength and proficiency bonus. +1.
Do you
I
see
believe.
me fail attempting to eat that chip? Is that what you laughed at?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
So-
great.
yeah, I
I'm
see
glad
that.
that was noticed.
I add 1 to attack bonus and damage, and it's proficiency and strength on top of
Yes.
it. Okay. Ooh, 1 second. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not. You
Ah,
see
it's-
a Squally connects with the wolf, but it just bops it on the nose. Again, Eren, you're seeing this as well. So Squally, that's their action. Do I want to do a bonus action or no? Or does he want to do a bonus action? Squally can. I don't know if Squally
No,
has it
say.
prepared. Yeah, no. wasn't sure if Squally had healing word, because if Squally did, you could cast that at
Let me
somebody.
see. Does anyone? Oh, who's?
Well, Eren and
Yeah.
Stanimir took damage, but
Let's see here. I've got. Bless. Yeah, healing word.
We'll say I'm pretty
that's
okay.
Okay, Squally will cast
10
healing
damage is
word
kind
on.
of a tickle for Eren.
Yeah, and you're raging, so. Yeah, healing word on Stanimir. Does Stanimir hurt?
Okay. Sounds good. It's a D4, and you add +3.
Yeah, it's 6.
6. Very good. Okay. Does Vystera do anything? No? No?
I'm not doing Vystera.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
not
have
doing
Vystera. I don't have any Vystera
Oh, I
stuff.
thought you had Vystera sheet as well. Oh, geez. Okay.
No. I was.
Might be. Let me look at Vystera's sheet then, because we got sent it in the chat. Vystera.
Sorry, yeah, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to. I wasn't.
Sounds good. Vystera is going to take a shot with the crossbow you have. That's going to hit. All right, 3 points of damage. This wolf is still up. It's going to look. A 4 is Vystera. That's going to hit Vystera. Only 6 points of damage, but Vystera does go prone. Sinks its teeth into Vystera on the pounce. Vystera takes 6 points of damage. Okay. It's your guys' turn. Anybody want to take it? Do it.
Aiden, you're
Buy it. You're muted, but buy it.
That's why I just did this.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah.
Recklessly before I fucking.
Ooh.
That's so yeah. 15.
That's gonna hit.
I have my shield out now. So 10. 12 damage.
As blood and saliva falls onto Vystera's head, you sink the hammer into the wolf so hard that the actual head of it sticks into it. You feel it drive deeper, and you pull it right out, and like guts fall from the blunt instrument as the wolf just cries, whimpers, and just collapses and falls from the side of the river into the river itself.
So much easier than 17.
Stanimir looks at you all and says, "Well done. Is everyone all right?"
Like, yeah, we're all okay. Yeah.
The roots wither and die. Not many people notice them, except for those that were really paying attention. And you guys continue down the path. As you make your
I kind
way,
of see that as I'm coming out of my like rage. I see that like there's a bunch of roots kind of essentially coming out of me.
Yeah, you do. Stemming up from, I was telegraphing that it was mainly coming from around. However, the chest, your center square chest wound, turned basically wooden, and the roots, the long kind of like split off sections, actually turned into woodwork, and your veins protruded, allowing for that to come from your own feet going to the actual wolves themselves. As you all begin to go down the path, you, Eren, taking that shit in.
Yeah. Having a bit of a panic attack, but trying to stay calm.
Snap out of that, those feeling it disconnect from yourself. You continue to move. You begin to make your way towards Kresk. And as you do, The first thing, though, that you begin to hear is begin to hear bells, handbells, and you can see faint, like light scores of orange light and smoke coming from inside of the village. Small little patches of it beginning to billow up from around the space. Everyone can make a perception check. DC is a little bit lower for those who don't have, or for who have dark vision. And you can take advantage from Kari.
Someone with dark vision should probably take that advantage.
That'll be me. And sorry again, what am I adding to this?
It's your perception.
Sweet.
It's 13 for Eren.
Okay.
You want to take it? I'd rolled a 21 for Sly.
Okay.
Sure, I'll take
Nice.
it. Just
So I don't really think I need.
it is still a
Advantage.
13 for Eren.
Okay. You see in Kresk. So Eren, you see and make out the smoke. You can hear some screaming and some loud, like kind of maddening sounds. Sly, you're fully cognizant of the madness that's happening there, but you can hear cries, shouts, and screams from people, but also from monstrosities. You begin to hear the sounds of the mongrel folk running through the actual village of Kresk. And what you also begin to hear is like guards being able to say, take that one there, take it there. There's so many of them. And like you begin to notice upon the hill, because Kresk is built up on the hilltop, you see as you begin to get closer to it, as you move up the hill, you can see that some of the mongrel folk are up on the walls, kind of rushing the guards, and they're knocking them off pretty effectively. And then one like kind of batted creature comes up and like comes up and like starts attacking one of the guards from the walls, only to be like shooed away and then fly off. You can see there's some light coming from the very top of the hill in at the Abbey. Some of the mongrel folk are making their way up the hill, and they're carrying what looks to be, you can only see up to the wall, but you can see that the mongrel folk are like vaulting up over the walls with like chickens and pigs and vegetables, and they're making their way across. You guys begin to notice that Kresk is being raided by these mongrel folk. You make your way up to the doors. Do you say anything as you make your way up there?
Excuse me, sorry.
Like the doors of the actual like town.
Yeah, the village is closed. The gates to the door, they're closed right now. But yes.
I just
And-
start banging on it, saying, "Let me in. We can help."
Can Sly see anything going on with the what kind of creatures these are? Can you tell anything about them?
Kind of creatures? Yeah, you know these to be the mongrel folk within the Abbey. Go ahead and make a nature check.
There's like half animal. It's kind of
Yeah.
like man, bear, pig.
It's a 3. It's a pig.
It's like, man, it's a pig.
It's a pig.
You don't know the natures of these creatures truly,
What the
but
fuck is that?
you know
Half man, half bear, half pig.
you know that these creatures have been mainly starved because you've been hearing them like call out for food and stuff before. So now it looks like
Oh, it's these things. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These things.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. How tall
I'm
is
just banging on the door, hoping somebody will
how tall is the wall?
Oh, the wall itself? I believe it's up to 15 feet. These ones are pretty high. They're
just
pretty
scales
high.
it.
They're 20
Yeah, I
feet.
was
They're
like a cat up a tree.
I was just
they're
gonna say
20
Clyde climbs up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
So,
climb
like,
up. So I go up 20 feet and then I go down 10 feet and drop the 10 feet and let everyone in.
Sounds good. You go behind there, you see some of the guards at the side. One of them goes, ah, and sees you, Sly, and because you look like an absolute monster, He's gonna make an attack. That's a natural 3.
I just like whack his sword away and like smack him. It's like, we're here to help, and then I open the door and let everyone in. And then
go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage for me, please. Just on the absolute boss. Just on the drop slide, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, like dropping the full 10.
Okay, that's an 18. But I'm a cat.
Make an acrobatics check to prove that.
I'm a cat. Meow.
Look, that's a 6.
Yeah,
it was like on the 19 and then rolled to the 3.
Yeah, you kind of that's just like that. That's what your ankle did. Yeah.
Slide bounces like he's ready to fall on all fours and then falls off.
Fuck beefed it. You make your way up to the gates. 18. The guards are going to be rallying to you when you say you're helping. You open up the gates. You get them open, and your party's able to come in. Stanimir, kind of like hides himself to the side. He's going to just quickly make a quick stealth check. Okay. The guards come in. One of the female guards comes up. Where is Lady Kreskova? Where is she?
I don't know.
She hasn't returned. We need to hurry. We don't know what's going on. These creatures came out just a few like an hour ago. We need to help get to the people and make sure they're taken care of. And you see like one creature coming up with a face of like a gator mouth, like to its side, but it's not fully developed. Like, and you can begin to see it running towards you on like crane legs that are like not working for its like gaunt body.
I start looking around and seeing if I recognize any of them, if they would recognize us.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That is a 10.
10? Okay. Not bad, but unfortunately, you don't recognize any of the mongrel folk you've seen. The best one was the bat one, and that one was tied up to a post before. So that's the one you can kind of see overhead. This creature is getting closer to you guys, like snapping its jaws.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Sly's gonna draw his sword. How far is this creature?
It's probably about 30 feet from you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna draw his sword and kind of stand in the front of the pack.
Okay, sounds good. The guards are going to support you and give you help on your attack, so you'll have advantage on this. It gets up to you.
Remind me, are these mongrel creatures, do we know anything about where they're from, or are these just like abominations kind of thing?
You rolled a 3 on your nature check. You know they're from the Abbey. That's all you know about them, Sly, personally. That's all you glean. I can allow you to roll it with advantage with Kari, but the DC is going to be very high.
No.
Okay. This creature gets up closer. You can make an attack roll with advantage on this one, if you so choose.
Yeah, sure. I'm also going to draw my dagger.
Sounds good.
So I'm
the guards will talk to you, Eren, and saying, they came down to the village. We don't know how they got through. It seems like they are all just madly dashing across, and they've been attacking us all. We don't know where the Burgomaster is. We don't know where he is. They all kind of like are frantic. They're also going to you, Sly, talking to you as you draw and hold your ground against this creature.
I just say, okay. Did it look like one was leading the pack? Did it look like does this seem just like chaos, or does this seem planned?
Ooh, that's a good one. Go ahead and make an insight check, but I'm gonna say add your intelligence modifier. What'd you roll, Sly, for your stuff? With
two attacks with the bastard sword, 16, 17, and an 18 with a dagger.
Those all hit.
And I got a 10 again.
Okay.
I'll roll for damage.
It truly is wild chaos with the mongrel folk moving through. They just seem to be tossing, like there's burning buildings, but nothing seems as like it was like coordinated, orchestrated. They all look hungry. Like you see one creature's just like guzzling wine right in front of like this one space, and one is just like eating a pig raw in front of it, like just like got like a bunch of dead bodies, but just like grabbing and like sitting in a big gluttonous horde of dead animals. Like, it looks as if these creatures were sent down and are just eating. Or just
Okay.
like, it doesn't even look like scent. It looks like they just are now free out and about.
Yeah. Okay, Eren is just immediate first thought is we have to protect these people. And yeah, I will also go into a rage whenever Sly is done his turn. I will let him kill Gabe.
Oh, you're going to another rage? Cool.
Uh,
I'm not
Sly-
raging right now. I got first attack 10 damage, second 8, third attack was 4 damage. So 22 damage total with the 3 attacks.
22 damage. This creature
Honest game.
just snapping its jaws. You slash across it, bring it to its knees. You cut off one of its crane legs, and it's just like, bah! And it's gonna try to make one attack against you. It does a 13 hit you.
That's tied for AC.
Okay, so it does hit, and then it's gonna make a dagger attack as well. That's gonna hit 2. You take 2. You take 7 points of piercing damage from this one creature as it bites you with its gummy, what is it called? Gummy jaws, and then stabs you in your leg with a dagger.
That's
And then one of
17
the guards comes up with a spear and just skewers it through the neck, and just it
Cool.
drops.
So 7 damage total, sorry.
7 damage total. Yeah.
Cool. And Sly's gonna start raging now that he got hit.
All right. Go ahead and roll wisdom saving throw. Kari's gonna lay on hands for you, Sly, for 3 points.
Yep. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
3.
Sly, you're gonna kill every last one of these motherfuckers when we come back from the break.
Yeah, I was like,
Kill them all.
and I'm gonna just over when we're back, I'm probably gonna go with my Wait, did we determine when I go in rage with does my dual wield count if I'm using my claws?
Yeah, that's how you were able to get the fucking 4 attacks now.
So that's
I guess.
still working? Sick. Then I'm gonna bring out the claws and put my dagger away.
Sounds good. All right, we're gonna be right back, everybody. I'm gonna text Kylah, just see how she doing. We'll see y'all in a couple minutes. Let's go like 10 or something, because we got a lot. Bye. There we go. Okay. So we're getting back into this chaos, everyone. So I'm gonna let you guys know there are gonna be 3 potential actions that you guys can commit to here. Sly, you are locked in on 1. The 3 actions that you guys are able to do here are more like kind of like activities for this whole event. So, Sly, you are going to be on dealing and taking care of the Mongrels. Now, that is one where you're exclusively focusing on the mongrel folk that are within the majority of Kresk, probably even making their way up to the Abbey themselves, but trying to deal with the immediate concern of them. That is going to be a pretty simple roll. You're simply going to roll a number of attacks equal to the attacks that you have available to you. Based on the level of successes you get, it's going to determine the amount of like the damage amount and how well you are able to successfully repel these mongrels. The other thing you can do is to retrieve supplies from the mongrels that are swiping and taking things away from homes. That's going to be a little bit different. You will be able to make a choice. You will be able to first make a survival check in order to check out the space. To kind of like track down supplies. And then you can choose if you're going to try to do like sleight of hand checks, athletics checks, if you're trying to like pull them away or just like try to swipe them up quickly. If you want to engage in combat, it will be similar to that of the dealing with mongrels. However, there is the threat that if you miss an attack, you will damage the supplies that is being taken. The DC for like damaging supplies is much lower if you're simply committing to an actual like skill check. The other thing is to help the villagers and help the people that are being like just like in their homes, helping their homes themselves that are being kind of like, you know, raided and torched or just broken and damaged. The check on that is going to be an investigation check, kind of like finding people. It's also going to be a medicine check to treat wounds of any kind. And I believe that's going to kind of mainly be it. It's going to be a little bit of combination of investigation and medicine to check and see what kind of the major concerns are in that. If there's any other kind of action you want to try to commit to, you can, but those are going to be the main three. I'm going to look at Kari here to determine what she will do. She's going to worry about villagers and their homes.
Do we have to roll initiative or do we just go?
No, this is going to be there's so much going on right now that we're going to be compartmentalizing this all in the simple rolling of these actions. So
Gotcha.
I need to know though, because Sly, you were taking care of the mongrels. And you will be able to have advantage on your attacks because you're going to get like an automatic reckless kind of applier to this. Like you are locked in on your thing and you're going for that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see.
I'm going to look at everybody and say, focus on the villagers and focus on getting as many of the supplies as you can. And I'm going to help Sly. And then I'm going to go into a rage as well.
Okay. You and Sly are taking care of the mongrels?
Yeah. Squally is gonna focus on the villagers.
Okay.
Do you think Vystera would focus on villagers or on the items?
Well, the thing is, if people are not retrieving items, it's going to be a high probability that a lot of them are going to be damaged or taken away, and that's going to really.
Okay. Then I guess we'll send Vystera to go look at for items then, because you said Kari's going for villagers, right?
Kari is going for villagers as well, Squally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Vystera will go for
can
items.
Also take. I don't know if Stanimir just pieced it, but if Vystera can take him.
Stanimir is still there. He's actually hiding secretly. He can go and take care of supply stuff if needed.
Yeah. If Vystera and him can do that, we can go 2-2-2.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So because they're not here, I want to just quickly get through Kari and Squally fast. And then,
Vystera and Squally.
Vystera and Squally. I want to get through their actions here quickly so we can focus on you guys. I just need to open up and see. Let's get signal. Okay. So Vystera, combination of survival, not great. And sleight of hand and athletics, both not great either. So, all right. Squally as well. Let's focus on the retrieval of supplies because that's just exclusive to me rolling. Stanimir does not have a great bonus on this either. As far as I remember. Yeah, no. Okay. So, gonna make some rolls. Let's go Stanimir, Vystera. Survival check. They're gonna actually just give each other advantage. Because neither of them's got great opportunities on this. So Vystera's going to take the advantage roll. Hey, that's a 17. Okay. They would be able to find and retrieve quite a bit supplies. It's not very well organized in terms of its actual like mob. So the idea of losing and not gaining supplies is pretty low, but there's still a tremendous amount. However, they're going to be retrieving a lot. The approach that they're going to do it, Vystera is going to go sleight of hand. And yeah, Stanimir is going to try to help her. He's going to try to use magic to freak out these creatures, and hopefully they will not pay attention. It's not as good, but it's not bad. Wystera. Oh, Noah's pieced out. Got an 11. Okay. We'll come to the results of that probably later. But Wystera got a pretty average roll on this, so Wystera is going to be able to retrieve quite a decent amount of supplies. Not a large amount. So, Wystera and Stanimir begin to go through coordinating with a combination of Stanimir's magic and Vystera's just trying to gather up and swipe the supplies as best she can here. With all of that, that brings us to Kari and Squally working together to get people here. Kari, in the regards to investigation, what's Squally's investigation?
Well, let me pull that up quick.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get my Kari die. Why not?
She's at a +0.
All right. Kari has a +4. So Squally can give Kari advantage on this.
Let's do that.
All righty. First roll. Cocked. 10 + 4. All right, so 14. Still really good. Kari gets the higher of that value, the highest potential value for this. So Kari is able to find and suss out a lot of isolated incidences. Gives some voice to Squally, being able to cast some stuff. I'm going to have Squally do a couple things here. This is going to be a little roleplay thing that we're doing with Squally. Squally can roll a spell attack bonus here. So go ahead and have Squally roll a spell attack to deal with fires.
Okay, what am I rolling? D20?
D20, add the spell attack bonus, which is 6.
Yeah. Oh shit, nat 1.
Oh no. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
bad.
Really?
Squally going around to some of the houses to try and put the fires out, like uses the wind to try to snuff out and cut off the oxygen in the areas. However, a loud scream, like howling screams, curdle through and feed the flames. And now the flames begin to actually go into a very dangerous state and begin to uproar around the area.
Squally's gonna let out a little like squawk and like turn pinkish blue with a little bit of orange thrown in there and start like
Sure, it's just like a multi-cacophony of just like mixed colors. Like, oh
it's
God.
like yeah, she's like or he's like pink blue
He's
and then
like, yeah.
panics and doesn't sure what to do, so it starts like trying to fan it down.
Yeah, nope. yeah.
So
shit. Okay. Kari, oh damn. Kari got a 20, not nat on not a 20, but oh yeah, it was 20. Not nat on medicine. Okay. Okay. Now that's good for now. The people are taken care of. Kari goes around from house to house and starts treating people, going into places, clearing them away from the fires that Squally is building up more, causing more damage. However, there's a moment where she goes into one house, notices someone, locks eyes with them, and just kind of like pulls a little bit back, and they just kind of keep going. We'll get to that person in a bit. You guys, you two. You are both going through the area here to deal with these mongrel folk. Now, there's quite a few of them, and they're scattered. The fact that they're scattered is probably better, but you guys are going through this. So, I want to ask you first to... You guys get to choose here. You can make a check based on either trying to get to some of the more complicated mongrel folk, like the ones that are flying or the ones that are jumping up and down and around, like the ones that are just going crazy. You can try to get them to like by athletics, or you can try to intimidate them to potentially make it easier to get their attention.
Sly was just gonna walk through the town, and whatever comes across his path is he's slashing at.
Okay.
Like whatever the closest thing is. He's coming in.
Uncomplicated. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Eren, any way you're gonna go about with this?
Eren is in full fucking rage, so pretty much just whatever mongrel he sees that's close to him, he's just trying to.
Sounds good. Go
But
ahead
if
and
you're
roll
gonna
that
say-
D8 or D6 for me, Eren.
Roll a d8 or a d6.
Whatever your table is, because that's a quality that you have on
Oh,
this.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm Rajay.
you're Rajay.
Yeah,
Ferrer
Peyton,
Rajay.
Peyton, are you thinking of just like walking through and like swinging at whatever comes around? Because I'm
Pretty
almost
much.
thinking, okay, because if you said we're either rolling athletics or intimidation to reach stuff,
Yeah, potentially. Like you could do like some maneuvers around here if you wanted to try to get some more complicated ones. Those
oh
ones
shit,
will-
Slide can just like run up a wall and jump at something that's flying then too. So I might lean towards that athletics thing.
So, an intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or pixie, your choice, appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice. You can see within 30 feet of you. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again, summoning another spirit on each turn as a bonus action.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's
So
perfect.
I'm just everything I see, I'm just like flump, flump, flump.
Yeah. These creatures being to come through. I will say for flavor text, Eren, each one of these creatures, as you create this conjuration type magic surging through, popping out, each of them looks like one of those like needle blight creatures. Like they look like different blights that were surrounding in the tree space in just like tangible, like floating creatures. And each of them scatter in massive twigs, needles, and vines attacking these creatures. For the sake of it, just roll a charisma proficiency based check for me. This is gonna be like a spell casting attack. I wanna have that. Yeah. Make it
Charisma plus proficiency?
Oh, I gotta make this intelligence. It's gonna be intelligence, yeah.
Intelligence plus proficiency?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 19.
19.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and
go ahead and
then
roll. Yeah.
it would be +3 for my proficiency, but -2 for my so
Holy cow.
19.
What's the damage die you said before?
It's 1d6 force damage.
Go ahead and roll 6d6 for me, please.
66. Okie dokie. I'm gonna turn my light on so I can't fucking see the numbers right now. Hit.
Holy cow. 19 on a
I'm rolling really well. 27.
27.
Yeah, I rolled really well.
Really good. Okay. So
Like,
you're
fives,
doing. I'm gonna say
6s.
that's you. You're just conjuring flumps. Like you see a creature go up in the sky,
Flump,
you
flump.
put a needle blight right in its face and just shatter it with like you intercept one of the creatures like with wings, like insect wings, and just like shoot needles into it, and it falls from the sky. Sly, go ahead and make an athletics check, and you have advantage on this because you are rage on.
Alrighty. So sorry, one sec. Could I possibly get a mulligan and instead of my claws use my tail for my natural weapon?
Sure, yeah.
I can swap it out. Okay. Just with what we're going with, I didn't know how the nature of this attack would go, so
Sure.
I'm swapping out for that. Okay. That's a nat 20, 25.
Holy shit.
Thanks for the advantage because the first roll was a 2.
Well, I mean, you're
Um,
raging, so
I
I guess
know.
you are welcome.
Thank you for
yourself.
reminding me because I would have forgotten that.
Okay, so I want to just say cinematically what happens here. We have first Sly like saying, "You got you take them, I'll take these ones." Just boom, boom, boom. Just starts like pulling himself up cat style up onto these like buildings, grabbing creatures from their like tails, pulling them into like buildings and slamming them onto the woodwork, stabbing them with his dagger and splitting them down the middle as he like kind of jumps back and forth between spaces. He intercepts one creature that goes like and catches it in the air and just slams it onto the ground. Fuck it. Yeah, I want you to roll both of you well, no, I'm going to just describe this because this is going to come down to like your guys' actual damage output as it goes. So you begin to intercept and claw like one guy, slam him onto the tiles and skirt him down, sanding him down to his face until you see him, and then you rip his face off with the black smoke pouring up over you. The fire begins to like kind of like rise. You take 4 points of fire damage, Sly, as there's one point where a fire behind you engulfs in fire. Like it like picks up from the wind as a scream and a howl comes in, but it like catches you up on the side of the face and smoke begins to pour up over you, feeding more into your own smoke. You ride and run as you begin. It's kind of funny because these creatures aren't like damaging you because you're just effectively jumping, parkouring across, but Squally's flame hits are causing you to continue the rage. You begin to come and intercept creatures going around. There's one point where you see like there's some creatures, some of them beginning to pull up a cow down an alleyway, and Wystera and Stanimir are about to get it, and you just like Assassin's Creed jump, smack both of their heads down to the ground. One of them has 2 heads though, so you smack one of them on the head, and then the other one you wrap with your tail and just chuck it off into the street. As you do that, Eren's like blight vines wrap up into it and twist the other head, wrapping around and explode. Eren, you just beginning to kind of like skulk through this street, like just like snapping your fingers as you just see like one goes behind you and like twigs go inside of one of their eyes. You cast a second time to the side and a needle blight scatters off, like grabbing one on the butt and just kind of like it jumps. Ah! There's one where you just like bring your hands up into the air and like vines like reach out, turning into one of these blights, grabbing a creature by the wings and bringing it down to the earth right in front of you. Now I want you guys to roll your attacks, and you guys get a free reckless on this. Please do it.
One reckless.
I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
pull out my
you
dagger.
guys get reckless across the whole board. You get a free reckless thing. Like you guys just get to do this inherently.
Sweet.
All right. How
I'm
many
using-
times am I rolling then?
You're rolling. You're only rolling what your attack can be. So like you're rolling twice, Eren, and Sly you can roll 3 times.
Yeah.
Let me know what you get on each of the attacks.
Yep.
Well, the first attack was a nat 20, but the second one is only going to be a 9.
9. Okay.
I guess I'll roll damage too. I'm assuming I have to do that.
Yeah, please do.
I got a 22 for the bastard sword, a 12 for the bastard sword, and a 22 for the dagger.
22, 12, 22. Damn, roll damage on those, please.
It's 14
All 3 of
damage
them?
on that.
Like that? Yeah, go ahead and roll. Remember to
The-
add your rage bonuses.
Yeah. The 12 hit.
Oh yeah, the 12 hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are not heavily defended
Damn it.
buildings.
Of course, I rolled a 9. One of them was a nat 1 too, so I rolled 3 times. I rolled a 1, a 4, and a 5
Ooh.
after I rolled a nat 20.
Ooh, buddy.
The nat 20 giveth, and the nat 20 taketh away.
That's
Jack.
26 total damage.
Plus 14, plus the 27 inherently from Eren's thing there. That's 53. So, like, collectively in this entire thing, you both deal 67 points of damage, which is like lapping these guys in their HP. I'm picking up some. So, really, Eren, you're only going to be hit one time here on a miss strike because you only missed once. Yeah, you take only 3 points of piercing damage, reduced to half for 1 damage. So what happens is you guys begin to go through the streets, and Eren and Sly, I mean, you guys described to me how the two of you, like, army of two this whole thing and just start making your way through the streets of Kresk. Not killing every one of them, but, like, getting a sizable portion of these things that are foolish enough to be in your way.
Yeah, all right, well, if we dealt with a lot of them, I assume at that point I would probably be coming out of my rage and then starting to look around and see where I can help in the situation.
Oh, no, please describe. No, I want to describe how you guys are fucking killing these things. Don't go to the, oh, I'm out of my rage. Please tell me how y'all motherfuckers just clean house in this shit.
Oh, well, I'm sending these, like, clumps all over the place every 6 seconds. And then anytime something gets in my way, just swinging my hammer at it. If I knock something out of the sky, or Sly jumps up and knocks something out of the sky, just hitting it with my hammer. Just kind of like keep moving and just swinging when I see something. Just doesn't really stop. If anything's in my way, I'm just going right through it.
Sly, seeing Eren kind of like walk at that pace, the only thing he knows is that, like, the only coherent thought is that he wants to kind of kill more of these things than Eren does. So he's kind of running ahead, and he knows Eren can't get up on the walls. So Sly's just running, like, Matrix style, like, not even using his hands, just like running up on the walls, like sideways, going for it, jumping up, like anything he can see. If it's in the air, he's just like jumping from thing to thing, slashing them down. Every now and then he'll like wrap one with his tail and just chuck it back because he's like, that thing's moving too slow. Get out of my way. And he's just like slashing things down, like just like a tornado of just blades spinning in the air, like can't even see. I don't know, how many did we kill? Like any of
I'm
them?
telling you, oh yeah, I'm telling you right now, go ahead and make a just make an acrobatics check with advantage for me, Sly, because I want to fucking
Make an
just...
acrobatics with it. Okay.
I like the visual of Sly like jumping around all over the place and Eren just like calmly walking down the street, just hitting shit, casting flumps and shit.
That'd be better. I don't know. That's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
You at one moment spinning like that tornado. One of these creatures gets caught up in Eren's vine creature, and then you just lacerate it in the air. You get dizzy and you like kind of land on your back. You like fall down, and then you handspring yourself onto your feet. But it's like a messy handspring because you're like and then you just get up off the ground as you kind of like shake off the blood from your body, like on your fur that's just coated there, the black smoke billowing, the two of you meet up with each other. Eren, the emanating of conjuring energy summoning ship of like the portal in your center chest. Like you are just feeding these creatures out into the world here. The two of you lock eyes with each other, just like in this like intense stare. You guys have a choice now. I'm going to let you know you've effectively killed and brought these numbers of the mongrel folk down to 1/5 of what they had before.
Okay.
Can I see
Yeah.
any? Can I see any more?
The rest of them have kind of retreated their way going into the Abbey. So there's a bunch that are going there. There's not, I mean, not like a bunch, but there's like a few.
Sly is going for them.
Okay.
Like
So Sly's going there.
Sly's at that spot where it's like anything that remotely looks like one of these things needs to die.
Mm-hmm.
So Sly's looking at Eren, and then he looks at the Abbey, looks back at Eren, and he starts walking in. Like he starts at a steady pace of going in there.
Now, Eren, I'm going to give you a choice here.
Okay.
You can maintain your rage and follow Sly, or you can end your rage and you can help the people that are in the village at this moment. I'm going to let you know just mechanically here, the biggest threat in the village right now is the fires. And that's going to be something that is just dealt with a couple of checks in this.
Okay. I would say I come out of my rage and I want to do whatever I can to help the people now. Now I see we've dealt with a lot of this and these people need help. So yeah, if the fires are noticeable and I see some way of trying to help put them out, I would try to do that.
All right. Now there is no stop fire check. So I want you to make a survival check here. Or I think it's a survival check or a nature check. Yeah.
Right.
Do a survival or nature check regarding the fire.
That's not good. 7.
7?
Survival.
Okay, survival 7. You do isolate what the issue is. Squally is the issue here. I
isolate the issue, and it's my friend.
I really don't love the amount of just pile on Squally that I'm doing. That one came out, and you know when you're like, oh fuck, I don't know what I'm saying here, but I didn't mean it to come out that way, but because I know who I'm talking to right now, shit. So Eren identifies that the problem with this right now is Squally. It's not that it's the fires are not being fed with a high amount of fuel. Squally, it's fucking up.
Yeah. I'm gonna like beeline over to Squally then.
Okay. While this is happening, Kari is gonna get assistance with a survival check from someone. Okay, that's not bad. That's an 13. I'm just gonna roll the thing here. Fire. Wystera is going to then meet with, going around here, Wystera goes over to the pool and sees that some of the villagers are now grabbing water from the central pool there. And the person that's going there as well is Irina. Irina's helping and telling people to grab from the pool. She's letting them go here to toss the water. So that's going to be I'm going to say... athletics. See, this is when I gotta use my big boy brain. I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll two things. I'm gonna roll athletics and I'm gonna roll survival. Although I think it's survival. I think survival is more the choice. Yeah, okay. Survival there with Wystera is 10. Not amazing, but adequate. You go to Squally. You see Squally trying to douse some of the situation. Go over. It's like, multicolored. Okay. We got to try to take care of this. Sees you coming towards him.
I just say, okay, we got to relax. Whatever you're doing here, it's not working. but we're gonna figure out what to do.
All right. We can do maybe some of the waterworks. It seems that they're doing pretty good there, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot left. Okay. How are we gonna do this? We gotta try to get rid of the fire somehow. So we gotta find a way to die them down. Like cut off the oxygen somehow.
You would probably know better than me how to do this. Is there a way I can just like assist Squally on a check now that I've calmed him down?
What is Squally's survival here, Sly, again?
Survival Squally is +3.
Okay, go ahead and roll a survival check with advantage.
That's a 22.
Yeah, you set Squally right. Focused. Squally knows the fuel has been coming from the oxygen, so Squally simply just suggests going and doing it, going in the base in the houses, because it's mostly just surface level fire. As bad as it looks, it's not feeding into the homes themselves. So if you go to the base of the flames, snuffing them out with blankets, tarps, like batting them down, it should be easy because it's just basic torches that have lit a couple things on. And they're also not in dangerous spots. There's a couple on houses, but there's also like hay bales and fences. So those are easy to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
It was 22, you said? Nice. Okay.
Yep.
All of that takes care of it. I will say that for Squally will just take 2 points of fire damage. And Eren, you will take 3 points. Just because you both have to get into the closer proximities of these things to take care of it. But
That makes sense.
Yes, you are able to douse the flames well enough. So now, here's what happens.
Sorry, that was 3 points for Squally, you said?
Yes, 2
Okay.
points.
2 points. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You take care of the flame. At this moment, all of you, except for Sly, which we'll get to in a moment, collect and get together. You see Irina at this moment saying, all right, everything's taken care of. It looks like things are dying down. We can do a walk around to make sure everything's taken care of. You hear a voice cut through, says, we've already taken care of that. Stepping through from the darkness, you see a dark-skinned figure, bald head. You recognize this individual. This is the person that Kari saw. This is the individual in ratty clothes that you had seen come with you, or you had met in the dungeons in Barovia, or in Castle Ravenloft. The person that you all witnessed turned into a massive wolf and started tearing across a bunch of zombies.
Eren has no idea what to say. I'm just kind of staring at him awkwardly.
He kind of like catches your gaze, but doesn't doesn't lock eye contact with all of you. He's more talking to Irina and Stanimir at this point. The three of them kind of go, well, we have made sure that everything is taken care of regarding the supplies. We haven't gotten too much. We've got quite a bit. It's all looking rather, we were able to stop them and prevent them from, moving some of the larger things, but some of the smaller goods has probably gotten away from us. So, they probably have a lot more inside of the Abbey. Irina looks at him and says, well, thank you. Thank you. That's good. That's very good. Might I ask your name? My name is Amir. My name is Amir. Thank you, Amir. What is your name? She looks at the man. He says, my name is Emil. Amir and Emil. Interesting. All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna make sure I check on the people right now. I need to check right now on the pool, and we need to see if there's anything that we can start doing. We need to find the burgermaster now. People don't know where he is. Emil looks at you all and says, I don't know about all of you, but I feeling like I would like to go take care of, get some more of those supplies.
Sure.
Stanimir looks at all of you and says, I feel as if I'm going to need to just make sure and look at the outside area. He also whispers to all of you, I think I need to be heading out of here. I think the young woman suspects something of me, and I just need to go. But if you are in search of me, you may be able to find me just in the woods. But I will be there, laying low. Excuse me. Begins to take off. Hey, look at
A
that!
wild David appears.
A wild David appears.
In the wilds. Sorry, everyone.
In the wild kitchen. That's totally fine, David. You just got here into Crest while wild stuff is happening as a bunch of mongrel folk raided the village.
Okay.
So
Yeah, those like monster things from the Abbey came down to the village and started killing and raiding.
I will let you guys know.
Oh, in Crest, okay.
I will let you guys know too. The wounds sustained by the mongrel folk were mainly to the guards, not a lot of the common folk. There were some, but not a lot of the mongrel folk. Like Kari lets you know, the wounds that were there were like surface level, and a lot of people were just mainly frightened. They were not shaken up. They were not like nobody was mortally wounded by these creatures. Not even the guards. Like some of the guards had sustained kind of like more substantial wounds, but only because they were like in the thick of fighting these things getting in their way. Nothing seemed to be tremendously devastating. So Kari kind of lets you know these creatures don't seem to be like that much of a threat regarding like, life-threatening wounding to anyone, and certainly not you guys.
Does it seem like they couldn't really do that, or does it seem like they weren't really trying to do that?
Make an insight check. And I'm going to say with you with disadvantage because you were killing a lot of these things in a rage. Advantage though, because like a single roll, because Kari's helping you with this.
Sure. The first roll was that, so 16.
So the question was, could they do this, or were they like
does it seem like they're just not that strong, or does it seem like they were not trying to really injure people?
It seems like these creatures are not inherently strong. They're stronger than normal, but
Yeah.
that's only probably a small section of it.
Okay.
What you can tell is they probably weren't that strong because they were malnourished.
Yeah.
A lot of these creatures were just hungry and haven't been fed. And when you look at the battlefield or the space right now in the village, everything in the ways of supplies that was being taken or collected were bigger animals so that they could have food for later. Like they were getting stuff for leftovers. Like they were making quick work of chickens and pigs and stuff, but like they were just hungry, and they were just coming down into the village, just didn't know what to do, and were given free range to just be like, go eat. There's even like some like vegetables that were just like consumed. So these creatures were like not strong, probably just because of circumstance and that, but they just seemed like they were out wildly tearing the street apart. And this kind of goes into the point that it probably wasn't something of a breakout if they were to smash through the Abbey walls. And we're going to come to Sly here in this moment, because Sly, you begin to make your way up towards the actual Abbey, coming through the passageway, the black smoke still picking up for you. These creatures are scampering, going inside of the doors, like one of them weakly closing it. There's probably like a good, like maybe dozen that you saw go through there, maybe a little less. But yeah, they close the doors and they begin to make their way deeper into the actual space. You can see also that the lights in the abbey, like there's like torches lit around it.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open the door.
Oh, sure, easy enough. Then none of them had to like foresight to lock it. You open it up and you see a bunch of them are scampering right now into the left wing, going to their main kind of cell area, and one of them like closes the door behind them.
But I follow them there
Okay.
into the left wing.
Okay. Shit. Alrighty. You open up the door here, and you see a lightless corridor that has multiple doors between it, which lie creatures that shatter. Oh yeah, no. You begin to see
Wait,
down this area. You open the door, you walk through, and you go into a small little hallway that kind of opens up to a side room. Not even a side room, but just like side space. Making your way deeper, and you turn a corner and look down, and you see just a room full of cells. And they all lock in, like close the doors. The creature is like holding them to the side. Standing in the center, you can see with your dark vision. You can make out that there is a monstrous figure lumbering through, walking here. And you can see stitches across its body, violently turned. It's like you can see upon its face like patches of like skin grafts all around, patches of skin, caught hair, mangled and tattered, its lip bulging at one side, its eye exposed, teeth rotted and mangled. Its hand, one hand is like that size of a club, while the other one is like this like shriveled little like kind of mass here, like a baby's hand. And you can see this creature moving. Its body is like that of multiple skin tones patched in, but also flipped in and inverted. So you can just make out that this is just a giant walking mound of flesh. And it stands in the way, looking lock eyes with you.
is it armed?
Just with its own arms.
Okay. So I was just gonna like yell out, how did these creatures get out?
The creature goes and begins to make its way towards you. 7 feet tall, lumbering closer and closer. The creature's beginning to go, the mound's coming! The mound's going to get the beast! Rushing towards you. Go ahead and roll initiative, Sly.
Okay.
Everyone else, I need you to also roll initiative, because I'm assuming who here was going to make their way to the Abbey?
After I saw that like we got the fires out, I would have started going towards the Abbey because I knew Sly was heading there.
All right.
I think Wystera would have done that too, I think.
Sounds good. Holy
Nice.
Sly, I got an 18 for initiative for Sly and a 15 for Squally.
All right, I'm gonna roll.
Eren
this.
also got a 15.
Oh, sorry, I gotta keep track of the numbers. I haven't done that because I was just keeping track of my own. 1 second.
Nice.
Okay. 25-20?
No.
Oh no.
No.
19-15?
Sly got 18.
Okay. Kari got a 10 and got a 14-10. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I got
Squally.
Wystera 16.
Okay.
Ooh.
Squally 15.
David Wilson's network bandwidth is low.
Yeah. Red Deer Polytechnic sucks for Wi-Fi.
Aaron, what'd you get again?
15.
You were gonna go before Squally. Oh, I completely forget because I forget you guys have a fucking pet. So
Rufus.
one of the things that Stanimir also said to you all with the journey is that if you want him to, he will take care of Rufus. Like he will keep Rufus with him and keep him safe.
Oh,
If you want him to.
yeah. I've seen Rufus get into almost death situations. And I have very emotional face to face. And I just say, you go with Stanimir. You're going to be way safer with him. But don't worry, I will come find you at some point. And just give him a.
You also see that Rufus is limping because he trying to fight these creatures was ineffective and was really badly injured. Like these creatures saw him as food potentially, and you actually had to send a creature to snag him off and save him from being killed. So yeah, Rufus goes with Stanimir limping to go off into the actual space, which means also that they will have advantage to be able to find you guys if you guys are ever looking to find them. So yeah.
Rufus
Nice.
has my
Keep
scent.
track of that on your guys' companion sheet because companions exist. Any Hoosiers, I have to then roll for this new fellow, Emil. He got him that one.
Fucking
Which,
piece
funny
of
enough,
shit.
beats the Flesh Golem, who also got in that one. So, oh yeah, and I'll roll for Twitch. Oh, Twitch got a 15. I'll say that Twitch gets to go with you, Vystera, again. Love it. Okay, so here's how it's gonna go. Sly, you ran up here ahead of everybody. So you are gonna be by yourself right now. You see this creature square up with you, and you are able to fight it. Go ahead and make some attack rolls while I
Sweet.
make some reading.
Sweet, I'm charging up. 2 with my sword, 1 with my dagger. I'm just
Okay.
bull rushing this thing right now.
Sounds good.
$21, 9, 16.
All hit.
Sweet.
Which one was
9 hit?
Which one was from the dagger? Let me know. Yes, 9
The
hit.
dagger was the 16.
Okay, good to know.
That's the last one I rolled. Okay.
I
Starting
think
with
it's the worst AC I've ever seen.
Keep damage separate on this, please.
separately. Okay. First one that is a 12 with the bastard sword.
12. Okay.
12 with bastard sword. 11 with bastard sword. 5 with the dagger.
Okay. The bastard sword like slides across, cleaving into it. You stab it with the dagger. No reaction. This creature does not seem phased at this attack whatsoever. It's going to make some attacks on you. I'm going to also, while I do these attacks, I got to think about how I'm going to get you guys up to this thing because you guys got to travel quite a ways. Okay, that's a 20 to hit.
How many? Quick question. How many attacks is this thing doing? Because I can use my tail as my reaction to up my AC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Do you want to do it for the second hit? Because the second hit was lower. I won't tell you what it was exactly, but it's lower.
Sure, the 20 hits. Let's see. I'm gonna roll for this one. Ah, shoot. Okay. My AC now is a 14.
Rolled a 17.
Yeah.
You hit twice. Now, your resistance is for all types of damage, like just slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 8. And then 15 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 7. The club slams you in the face, like that
15
clubbed
damage?
hand, and then it backhands you again. Slamming you. You can feel it striking, and it just feels like a freight train. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Wait, why am I using D10? Wisdom saving throw 18.
18. Okay. The mongrel folk, are in the space, but you are able to, you can choose here. You could shake off the effect of wanting to kill the mongrel folk if you want to. This thing is a much bigger threat right now, but you also can tell this is a very powerful enemy. And should you so choose, you also know that you could break away for now. If it hits you again, it might come back. But right now, oh, wait a minute. Let me just check and see. I need to quickly look at a thing. Because it might actually not if you were able to succeed. Love it when I turn it. Let me just see. Yeah, you gotta keep rolling. Okay, let's do the math for everybody else. So you guys, you have a choice here. Running up the pathway to get to the Abbey is going to be so much easier than running uphill, because elevation wise, you have to run 5, 10, 15, or 1, 2, 3, 4. How high is that? Oh, wow. Yeah. You basically have to run 400 feet in elevation to be able to get up to where the Abbey is, if you're going straight. But in order to simply follow the pathway, you would need to go 50, 100, 200, it's going to take you 250 feet to get to one end of it, and then loop around and then loop a couple more times. It's either you go for ease, but it's going to take you forever, or you can bypass by running up hill, clearing that elevation. It's going to need a high athletics check. But if you're able to clear the athletics check twice, you will essentially get to the Abbey in 2 to 3 turns.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go up the hill.
Okay, I need anyone going up the hill to make an athletics check. I'll roll for Kari. She failed. I'll roll for this.
Not gonna be
And
very
Mill.
high.
He did decent, but not great either.
I got 14.
14. Okay, Vystra, can you roll an athletics check for me, please? We have your sheet
16.
too. 16. Wow.
Remind me. Sorry,
Yeah.
before I roll for Squally, it's either they go up this hill. Is this the only way to get to the Abbey right now?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Squally got a 14.
Okay. Squally, every single person except for Vystra is going to be really slow up this. You guys need to clear a 15 in order to just get past the difficult terrain. Vystra, you're moving at half speed. So clearing up one space here, you are about on a dash 25 feet. So you're halfway through there. Everybody else is like a third clearing up of the first square. I'm just going to write this out. You need to make 3 squares here to get there. So I'm just going to do a little indicator. This, my little math thing for myself because I like math too. Okay. This was there. Everybody else is cleared basically a quarter of that first square. All right. Sly, we come back to you. Oh, Twitch can actually make it all the way. Twitch, if you want to send Twitch out,
Yeah.
Twitch can. Okay.
You betcha.
So Twitch is able to dash. How far can Twitch dash here? 40 feet going up to 80 feet. Yeah, Twitch is able to clear the first square. No problem. Gets like up to like halfway through the other one. Twitch will be able to make it to the Abbey in like 3 turns exactly here. All right, Sly, your turn.
The saving throw. So the wisdom saving throw, did it just make my attention and my rage go towards the the mound?
No,
As opposed to the, or am I still kind of
smoke
like
has
clear?
died down right now, so
Yeah.
you're no longer concerned with the mongrel folk, and this creature you was dangerous, but it's also like you could leave the fight if you wanted to.
Hmm. Right now I could leave it, but there's a chance I won't be able to later. But this thing dealt a fuckload of damage to me. And I have no clue where everyone else is, right?
No.
I think Sly's gonna start going out. Like he's gonna try and back away from the fight to try and regroup with everyone.
Okay. How are you leaving this creature? Like, how are you gonna like get away from it? I will let you know. Distance-wise, if you disengage, you would be able to get halfway to the door. Which would still mean that you wouldn't have enough. Well, you have 40 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You would be able to make it to the door. I'd say you'd have to make an athletics check to jump and clear past the door in order to like get fully away from this creature.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So you'll disengage, not preventing an opportunity attack. You run from the creature. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me, please, with advantage.
Yeah, because I'm still raging. 19.
You get out of the creature's vicinity. You hoist yourself through. Close the door behind you. It shuts. You lie down on the ground. You pull yourself out of your rage at this point. Everyone else, make another athletics check for me, please. Sly, you begin to hear the creature making its way closer to the door, but it's not dashing. It's gonna get, but the door is currently unsecured.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I zoned out on what to roll for Squally. I'm adding what? Athletics again?
Athletics. Ooh.
Ooh, yikes.
Nice.
That's a 4 for Squally.
Okay, you guys are slowly getting up there. But Vystera, all of you notice as like Emil's like and turns full wolf like form and just begins to rush up this hill, beginning to make their way up, getting through here, and then just begins to book it, getting up to like the easier ground. They've like cleared the first square and even in some on a nat 20. Sly, your turn again.
Is there any furniture, anything I can see kind of? Is the mound, do I have any clue that it's coming towards me? Or coming for me? Or now that I'm gone, is it fucked off?
I think, yeah, this creature, go ahead and make a nature check.
17.
17. It seems like this creature might be tasked with making sure that you are not in the abbey, like making sure that you are not in the current vicinity of the space, because it seems like it's like kind of guarding the abbey itself. So if you were to clear the space and completely get out of just the abbey's vicinity, it might might fuck off. You don't think this creature is mindless to that extent. However, it seemed pretty mindless as well. You rolled it was a nature check that you got 17 on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you know that this is a creature that is a flesh golem. This is a creature that is manufactured by magic. This is not a creature that is just simply like a zombie or anything like that. It's not undead, it's a construct. As a construct, it's usually following the orders of whatever created it. So if the orders are to be like protecting whatever prisoners or whatever it was in that prison cell, then that was probably what it was tasked to do. You coming in like a raging creature, like hunting down these things, that thing's going to come through. So it's going to probably want to make sure that you're not in the abbey, but you go out of it and you'll be fine. Or you kind of figure out how you can recalibrate it by finding the person who made it.
Yeah. Anything around that I could try and block this door with?
Immediate vicinity, you can see that there's a bunch of troughs around you here. There's a giant post that's got a broken chain. There is actually, it's not broken. You see that the chain itself is actually no, the chain is broken. It's seared. Like the metal on the chain has melted. Yeah, you can see that there's a giant post embedded in the ground. That looks like it's pretty much embedded there. But yeah, seems like it could be potentially difficult for you to get that out of the ground. But yeah, you see a few things like just like troughs and stuff.
Okay, I'm just gonna load a couple troughs against the door.
Okay, go ahead and make. I'm gonna say you can make a survival check with your strength modifier.
Yep.
So if you're proficient in survival, you add your proficiency, but you add your strength as opposed to your wisdom.
Okay. Yep. It's a 12.
Well, you
Yeah.
begin to stack just things up. It's very loose. So you just have to hold it on to there with your body right there. That's setting it with a minor DC. Is there anything else you want to try to do here in this space?
No, I'm just gonna start backing away. And start
Okay.
making my way towards the entrance of the abbey.
Sounds good. We're gonna get to that in a moment. Everybody else, I need you to roll those checks once again. That's gonna get.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there needs to be black over there.
Make those athletics checks, everybody, for everybody trying to climb up this hill.
22.
There you go, buddy.
11 for Squally.
17, 11. Squally is not making it up fast. 17, Vystera, you get up and clear into the second space. Twitch is able to make it to the Abbey. Eren, you got 22. You clear 3 ticks. Going on 4, you get past Wystera at this point. Emil is like basically getting up to the Abbey gates at this point. He's making his way up there. This creature is going to go up to this door. Gonna hit it. What's its hit? Yeah. 1 hit on the door. The troughs get out, like fall down. It's gonna hit again. The doors fly off of the hinges there, Sly, and the creature can stumble through into the space, just hulking towards, making its way towards you. It's your turn.
It's still just coming towards me. I'm just gonna keep backing away from it. But like keeping my eyes focused. Like I'm not turning my back on it, but I'm just like heading towards to exit the Abbey.
Sounds good. But you're not leaving the Abbey, yes?
Can I with this movement?
Sure, you can absolutely.
Sure.
Sure. You close up the Abbey. You get out of there. All right. One more roll from everybody here. Mill is cleared. Twitch is cleared. And sadly, Squally needs to roll with disadvantage.
For another athletics.
Yeah,
18.
18.
Squally got a 13.
8 for Wystera.
Okay. Making your way up to the top here. So here's what happens. You all were rushing up to that space. I'm gonna let Eren. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Everyone else is gonna have this naturally. But Eren, you get a chance to save yourself in this way.
Sure. 19.
Okay. Eren, you are able to not have a level of exhaustion going up this hill. Wystera, you are at 1 level of exhaustion, meaning you have disadvantage on ability checks. And I believe the condition markers should be around here somewhere. I think they are. Yeah, they are. Let's find it. Here we go. So Wystera has 1 level of exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks. Squally has 2 levels of exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks, and his speed is halved.
Say that again. Sorry. Speed halved. 1 level exhaustion, right?
2 levels of
Oh,
exhaustion.
2.
Yeah.
Which is I like stopped at the ferry and couldn't go anywhere.
Very good.
Speed halved. And what were the other symptoms of that, sorry?
Speed is halved and disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay. As you all make your way up to the top of the hill, Squally's like, oh, like doing the like Mr. Fox eyes. You all make your way up to the Abbey.
How close is Wystera to Squally?
You're all like together up at this point, like making your way up to the top here. But yeah, all of you are feeling pretty rough after that little last bit.
Can I help Squally at all?
You unfortunately couldn't help Squally get up the hill because it would have hindered your own ability to get there in like a timely fashion. And unfortunately,
Okay.
Squally is like in this position. He's gonna need to rest. He's gonna need to actually rest to recover from this because it's like the idea of running up 400 feet of elevation fast has put a strain on Squally's body.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Wystera, now that you are here, I want you to make this roll that I've been saving for yourself that is previous because we've just been doing some backtrack stuff on this. Go ahead and make an Arcana roll with advantage, please.
Thank you. One 16.
17?
Sorry, it's my internet. 16.
16.
1 6.
Okay.
1 6.
16.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. So, essentially, this is what happens, David. In the night when everyone else was keeping watch and you were resting, Kari was the last one to keep watch. Under low-lit candlelight flame in a tent, the two of you looked over that dwarf's spell book. She was translating, and you were processing some of the information. It is now possible for Wystera, should you so choose, to understand the somatic and verbal components required to cast once you get to a level where you can actually take on a wizard class, you would be able to cast spells like cantrips at a wizard level, first level and second level spells as well, which is as high as the spell book goes. So you essentially would be able to handle with a 16. Here's what I'll say. You're able to handle the actual stuff required with wizardry in this regard. So you're able to actually effectively cast those spells from that book. Anytime other spells are going to be added to you're going to have to transfer them over to your own spell book, though, to be able to handle them in a language you can translate. So you're going to need to get paper, a book. You're going to need to start handling that stuff. And that would be your transition into wizardry at the next level up that you guys can get. Also, what was the thing? You know that you need to get a new arcane focus. You need to be able to get an arcane focus that can be used to channel wizard spells. Because what Kari basically tells you is that she dives into the understanding of an arcane focus, which is something that it's not something that's really understanding to yourself, but essentially your pendant that has gone nullified is not an effective arcane focus right now. You need to get something different, something that can have like an innate ability to channel that the somatic components and the ether and the weave of magic. So that's what you're able to get once you reach wizard levels. All right. All of you make your way up to the Abbey of Saint Markovia. I have been saying Markov, it's Abbey of Saint Markovia. Wonderful. So you see Sly outside of the doors with some bruises on him. And you all come up, see him. All of you are there now.
The door is closed, right? And
Yes,
things
the
on
outside
outside.
double doors are closed.
I just look at him and say, what's going on? You look like you're having a fight.
So I was just gonna start catch his breath and be like, "There's a big fucking thing in there."
Of course. Did you see anything else? Was the abbot in there?
I didn't get a chance to see that, but maybe.
Okay.
As you're all meeting here, there is something Squally notices just passively. A voice is heard. Squally's like, guys, quiet. And you all notice as Squally sees or brings us in, there is a flash of white light. And then you guys begin to hear getting farther and farther away from the main door. And then you hear a
We see a flash of white light and then hear,
from underneath the door. Yeah.
okay. Just look around and say, should we open the door? And I like checking what everybody else thinks.
If it is open, it should be okay.
Sly, you good to go back in there?
Yeah, we can check it back out.
All right, let's open
As
the
long
door.
as we are quiet and penitent.
Sly draws his sword and his or puts his dag away, draws his sword, and just like pushes the door open.
Okay. You open up the doors, and there you can see the abbot standing there. His full attire, full headdress, all of it set. He turns to meet all of you, but he turns over to a mongrel folk right by his side with a crab claw and a bear's foot, and you see him say, all right, make sure that those that are remaining are quiet for the next few hours at least. Cloven, I don't want to be disturbed in any way. I must take care of something quite delicate. And Cloven says, and begins to make his way, go into this room. You see the abbot turn and say, very good. Hello to you all. I'm certain your return here, you have come at a most opportune moment. I'm in need of your assistance. If you would be so kind as to accompany me while I take care of some rather setting business. And he turns go into his main chambers, the main hall. And you can see he is making his way towards Vasilka, who has her head sagged down, her long black hair blocking out her face. And you can see that there is a table of instruments at the end, like kind of set aside, that seem to be sewing kits. And you all stand here. What do you do?
Wystera steps forward. Of course, what can we do for you?
There is someone who was able to manipulate her way into the Abbey and was able to would scarred my bride, my sweet, sweet Vasilka. And now I am concerned that she will never be ready. But we are going to fix her. And we are going to make sure that that individual who has slighted this beautiful creature and has potentially brought ruin to this world will face punishment. The eyes of the Morning Lord, and begins to make his way towards Vasilka. Please come. We have much to discuss.
Vystera follows.
I'll follow, staying very quiet.
Same, Sly and Squally the same.
Right. You all make your way towards the abbot. Going into the hall, as you all step in, you see a mill kind of off to the side here, walking with you all, joining you. And as each and every single one of you go into the hall, the abbot goes to the doors. Actually, no, he doesn't. Emil does. Closes them. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Well, his bride. Bloody hell.
But he said she may never be ready. Like
Yeah, but he still said
he's getting her ready for Strahd, but I don't know why he's calling her his bride.
he keeps calling him his bride. So what's up with that? Either it's just a way of honoring Strahd and he says his because he made her, or he doesn't want us to know. Or he doesn't know. None of them are good.
Yeah, it could be that he's saying, "Oh, it's my bride," because he doesn't want to say it's Strahd's bride.
Yeah. Huh.
Hmm.
Well, that's left us in a bit of a thoughtful tizzy.
Oh, yeah. Jeez Louise, you guys. Going through, getting off some pretty quick encounters on throughout this.
No, thanks for not killing Vystera. I appreciate that.
No, it's very good, actually. And I'm glad we were able to get that arcane thing settled. That's fantastic. Yeah. Shoot. Well done, guys. I'll get some XP points like for all that entire encounter because that was awesome. And then all the other stuff in between. So yeah, Rufus will not be with you guys, but please make a note that Rufus is with Stanimir, and remind me that they'll on the indicator they'll have advantage. Excuse me, advantage on tracking you down in the event that you guys are like ever seeking them out. Okay, so I mean, with all of that, great to see you, and thanks for joining us, David. In your holy
Thanks
cow.
for taking over Vystera for Kylah and for me.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Well done, Noah. Thanks for taking the bigger weight of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. To everybody else, thanks for watching this. This was really awesome. I'm really glad we can get into some of this stuff. So now I'll say to everybody that's watching us, have a great rest of your night and or day. I mean, I don't know when you're watching this, but yeah. And we'll see you next time with Curse of Strahd. Looking forward to it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.